I'm Christina Richardson, and this is my journey to create my methodological paradigm. As a practitioner, scholar in training, I struggle to identify what my own beliefs about reality are, how knowledge is created based on that reality, and what the best process is in order to gather that knowledge during a research study. To start this journey, I had to ask myself, what is the form and nature of the social world? In other words, what do I believe creates reality? I had to ask these to determine which theory fits my own beliefs and speaks to me as a researcher. Since I believe the world exists, regardless if there's someone to interpret it, I most closely associate myself to the ontological perspective of the theory of realism. Galileo defended this theory that the world is knowable. Over the course of history, forms of realism have evolved and have been adapted or adopted by the qualitative researchers, such as these listed here on the right. So, if I'm asked, is the chair real or not? I believe that yes, the chair is real. However, as a practitioner, scholar in training, I believe knowledge about the world, objects, and social structures is constructed by people's experiences and can only be understood through their subjective lens of those personal experiences. Therefore, constructivism is the theory I most closely associate with as my epistemological perspective as a researcher. Over time, researchers have developed these theories of constructivism by trying to understand phenomena or understand the meaning of human experience. Most recently, Guba and Lincoln said that a constructivist inquiry is successful if it presents increasing understanding of its phenomenon. So, constructivism is the assumption that individual people construct their own understanding of reality by making meaning of their experiences. Thus, this objective real world can only be understood through the subjective lens of personal experiences. With an ontological perspective of realism and an epistemological perspective of constructivism, I believe there is an objective real world, but as the researcher, I'm most interested in ways people's perspectives and experiences create knowledge about their world. Therefore, I'm likely going to use a case study as my methodology for my research. I will select the issue that I want to investigate, identify the bounded system of the case, in other words, who I'm studying and the parameters of the study, and use multiple methods such as interviews, observations, and field notes to study how people use their experiences to construct new knowledge or strive to understand people's perspectives during the study. To ensure there's quality and rigor in my study, I'm going to use these multiple methods so I can use triangulation for credibility. I will also use characteristics of Tracy's 8 criteria, such as theoretical uh, constructs to support my research. But most important is for me to acknowledge that even though I won't be able to perfectly implement all of the criteria all of the time, as Tracy stated, I must always keep in mind that I have to remain truthful to myself and my readers. At the end of my journey, I have created my methodological paradigm through identifying my ontological perspective and epistemological perspective and the methodology that will guide my research study. The methodological paradigm that will influence my overall approach to qualitative research is critical realism, because that is what is most important to me is that although I believe there is an objective world, it is people's subjective perspectives and their own experiences that construct how they learn, understand, behave, and believe in their own reality. As a practitioner in my field, I'm seeking to understand other people's perspectives to help figure out the best ways to serve them. As I become a practitioner scholar, I will learn to be an expert educator who understands better how people's perspectives are shaped by their experiences. And as I work to refine my own understanding of theory, I'm going to study more theories, read and reread, and read more research studies.